Good morning everybody, unless of course you're watching this video in the evening and you are watching Time Travel TV, and today we're going to be talking about the best ways that I personally think the Confederacy could have won the American Civil War. Now, the popular view is that the South didn't actually need to win the Civil War, they just needed to outlast the Union. And in my opinion, this view is fundamentally flawed, as the North had much more resources than the South, so this has been very difficult for the South to pull off. So these are the two reasons how I think the South could have won the Civil War, and here's the first one. So, the Confederacy could have got some help from Britain, and this would have certainly ended the war quickly because Britain was the superpower of the time and America was not. America wouldn't become a superpower for some years, and Britain may have come on side of the Confederacy because they were very, very reliant on cotton exports from the South. But was Britain actually likely to ever come on side of the Confederacy? Well, the simple answer is no, especially after the direction of the war shifted from restoring the Union to abolishing slavery. We have to remember that Britain abolished the slave trade in 1807 and abolished slavery altogether within the British Empire in 1834. So they weren't likely to come on side of a nation who made slavery illegal, and didn't only that, but they advocated slavery as well. So this was never really likely to happen, especially towards the end of the war. But there was another way, in my opinion, so let's have a look at it, shall we? So, it may surprise you to hear that although the people of the North were originally very enthusiastic about the war, eventually, rather soon afterwards in fact, they became rather tired of it. They were beginning to question the point of the war, they were questioning in their leader, and their leader was questioning in himself. Doesn't sound good for Abraham Lincoln, does it? Especially when he was heading into a presidential election of 1864. He was campaigning on the promises that he would restore the Union, see the war through to its conclusion, and free the slaves. Now, on the other hand, the Democrats were, so if a candidate George McClellan, who was a former Union general, was elected to president instead of Abraham Lincoln, the Confederate States of America would have been safe. But during the campaign, General Sherman managed to have a very big victory over the Confederates at Atlanta, restoring the public's faith in the war, seeing Abraham Lincoln through to a landslide victory, being the first president to be re-elected since Andrew Jackson. So, they are the two main ways I think that the Confederates could have won the American Civil War, and I hope you realise that they rely very much on external factors out of their control falling into place. And I hope you see from this that the chances of the Confederacy winning the American Civil War was quite a long shot. So, that's my view of things. You've probably got a different view. If you have, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to Time Travel TV, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio!